What is the new Instagram algorithm like, and what do we have to look out for in order for our Instagram profile to do well? Let's talk about it. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel we talk about social media tips, and more specifically how to grow your social media platforms faster and get clients. Let's first start with an explanation of how the algorithm works, because despite the rumors, it has been pretty much the same except some little changes that we're going to talk about later. Latest update from Buffer states that the algorithm decides if it will show you to someone based on 3 criteria. First, your interest in the profile that uploads the post. Second, the time when the post was published. And third, your relationship to the profile that published the post. Let's look into each of them separately, starting with your interest in the profile that uploads the post. This refers to if you often communicate with the profile, meaning, for example, you like their pictures or you watch their stories. Second factor is the timeliness of the post. It matters if the followers of the profile are active or not when the post is being published. If you're uploading a post at 4 in the morning, no one will see it because people are sleeping. Third and most important factor is the relationship to the profile that uploads the post. Here the algorithm takes into consideration all the interactions such as commenting under their posts, talking over DMs, sharing their pictures on story, watching their live videos, and so on. Simply, here's exactly how the algorithm works. We start with the types of posts you can upload on Instagram. Single pictures, carousels, videos up to 1 minute, videos above 1 minute, reels, and stories. After we've uploaded a post, we get a certain engagement on it, be it likes, comments, shares, or saves. After we've gotten the results, be it from our followers, from new people because of using certain hashtags, adding a location, or sharing on stories, Instagram organically promotes your content. Then, depending on the percentage of people who saw your content and decided to engage with it, Instagram decides if it's gonna show it to a bigger portion of your audience or not. Simply said, that's how exactly the Instagram algorithm works. It's important that when you've already uploaded some posts, you analyze what works for you and what doesn't. Analyze why certain posts perform better than others you've posted. They might have done good because of the topics of the post, or the detailed caption, or maybe even the photo itself. Maybe they've done well because you've tagged a popular location, or because of the hashtags you chose to use. Dig deeper. Analyze the possible factors, write them down, and double down on what works. Now let's get into what has changed in the Instagram algorithm in the past few months and what you should be aware of. Number 1. Stop reposting new posts on stories. In the past few months, I've noticed something that has changed in the story reach. Every time I share a post of stories to my profile or a client's profile, we get way lower engagement than usual. Doesn't matter if it's a new post that we just uploaded and want to promote, or posts that we shared from other profiles. They often don't do well when it comes to story reach. Something that I've noticed works way better is to just post a slight teaser photo and direct them to your profile. Or even waiting a few days after you publish your post before you publish it to your story. My theory about this is that people are already used to seeing all the profiles do the same thing. And when they see a repost on story, they just skip in the blink of an eye. The key factor is to pique their interest with a tease story or have really nice text hooks that make them want to learn more about the post and scroll. Number 2. Suggested content on your feed. Quite recently, the Instagram algorithm started adding explore and suggested content on your feed page, amongst the other home tab content and the people you follow. In the past, if you scrolled your home feed, you would see content from profiles and people only that you follow and occasionally some ads. If you wanted to discover new stuff, you would go to the explore page. What they've done now is implement suggested content in between all the posts you already see in your home feed, so you can essentially discover new people and profiles, and new people and profiles can discover you. Now, to be featured there, it seems that you already have to have a viral content piece. It's quite a bummer of a feature if your content is not as engaging as it should be compared to example to other pages in your niche, because this way creators with slightly less engaging content are seeing even worse drop in reach than before. Number 3. Reposting stories that people tag you in. Another story related thing I've noticed, which has been happening for a while, is that when you repost stories that you've been tagged into, the reach of that story and the stories that follow it drops immensely. Honestly, Here you would think that it's nice that other profiles are mentioning you and stuff, so you can repost them and have more content, but it's quite the opposite most of the time. My advice is to filter what tagged stories you repost in order to kind of minimize the reach drops. Make sure you only post important mentions like collaborations, or just filter them by what's interesting to your audience and what actually benefits them and what benefits can they take from that story you repost. If you want to grow on Instagram using similar tips that help you understand the algorithm, you can download my free PDF book. Links in the description below. Number 4. Do not edit pictures once you post them. Now, tip number 4 is for posts. Since the beginning of last year, the algorithm doesn't like it when you edit captions or posts that you've already published. Once you've uploaded your post, you shouldn't be editing anything of it. Not a caption, not the location, not the hashtags. That's because when you upload a certain post, the algorithm gives you an engagement score. This post determines if your post will be shown to more people or if it can even land on the explore page. Every time you edit your posts, your engagement score drops back to 0, and the likes and comments you received and all of the engagement won't count anymore. So before you upload a post, make sure you're happy with everything and then hit post. Number 5. No more chronological stories. Another algorithm tweak related to stories. Stories are no longer shown in chronological order like they used to be. Meaning now the Instagram algorithm shows you first the stories of the people you're most likely to engage with. Meaning the Instagram algorithm now shows you stories of the people that publish stories most often and the people you most often engage with. This means the more often you post stories, the more reach you can potentially get by being shown in front of everyone else's story on the homepage. When it comes to the Instagram algorithm, you should know the rules and play by them. However, it's key to experiment and see what your audience likes most. Click the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video about Instagram. And until next time, peace!